Welcome back. We're hanging out all day with this March snowstorm coming in because, as you just heard Chris Bianchi explain, we are in the midst of it's going to be a multi-day event, right? It started last night. It's going to trail off into this evening and into the overnight hours with plenty of snow on the way. The good news is that at this point we are in like the inconvenience window of the storm, right? And the hope is, let's make sure nobody gets hurt, everybody gets home safe, nothing terrible happens, and it just ends up being a big inconvenience. Or if you're in town from someplace like Florida, welcome to a winter wonderland of amazement. Kevin Vaughn is in Castle Rock after speaking to presumably a Florida man or a Florida woman. No doubt just mouths agape at how we live here in the Rocky Mountains.
Kyle and Kim, we made the drive down I-25 late this morning. I can tell you that the highway was wet in places. It was plowed everywhere. There was some chunky slush and snow in places, and we did see a number of cars that had slid off the road. But I can tell you traffic's getting through. It's been very light so far today. Once we reached Castle Rock, the question on our mind was, how much snow have they gotten here? I have to say, I don't have a yardstick like our Corey Reppenhagen, but I do have my handy Stanley tape measure, and we measured snow depths anywhere from 18 to 22 inches here in Castle Rock in a couple different places. I can tell you most businesses are closed. We're at the outlet malls along I-25. They're shut down for the day. We ventured up into the Meadows neighborhood, and there we met an 11-year-old girl from Florida who's visiting her grandmother, and today was the first day she's ever had the chance to build a snowman. So the two of them were out working in front of their house to build the perfect snowman this morning, and we're going to hear a little bit now from Ava Keyworth and her grandmother, Carrie Collins.
I really like it. I like it way more than the heat. I wish I still lived here. I wouldn't mind shoveling, so yeah.
I'm glad it worked out. She was supposed to come in today, and we were able to move it to Wednesday. So she flew by herself for the first time, and experiences all the way around.
Kyle and Kim, I can tell you it is continuing to snow here in Castle Rock. It's pretty light right now. It was heavier a few minutes ago. The wind is starting to blow, and we're going to be here all afternoon. We're going to head into downtown. We were there earlier. There was not much going on. We're going to head back and see if anything's opened up there. Earlier, everything was pretty much shut down.
Understandable. Yeah, and the wind makes a big difference too. So thanks, Kevin. Kids like it, no matter where you're from.
Oh, sure.
Florida, Colorado, build a snowman.
Do the thing. Do your thing.
Do your thing. Have some fun.
This is pretty good snowman snow, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Nice and heavy and wet. Just moving it is the hard part.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So we're going to get to our Jeremy Hahola. And I can't remember where you are, Jeremy.
I think he's on the roof. The call is coming from within the house, or on top of the house, so to speak.
In the building, outside the building, on top of the building.
Well, let me tell you what I did yesterday and today. So, you know, here in Denver, we really love our parks. When it's daytime, when it's sunny out, when the weather's nice, you know, like how we like to do it here in Denver. We go out, we flood our parks, right? So I went out yesterday, I got some video, and then I went back this morning, 24 hours later, to see what it looks like. So let's start off with Wash Park. Of course, Wash Park, a very favorite park among many people here in Denver. Saw lots of people running around, getting their run in. The Colfax Marathon is actually here coming up here pretty quick, so get ready for that. Lots of people, you know, yesterday walking their dogs, but a stark difference between yesterday and today. I think I saw like 10 people at Wash Park, and that included a couple of snowplow drivers actually plowing the pathway there. So if you want to get your run in, if you're that type of person, go do it at Wash Park. And then next, I went a few miles northwest of Denver to Cesar Chavez Park, which is, of course, on Tennyson in northwest Denver. The north side, some people call it, others call it the Highland. This park is very popular with families, with children, the playground there. Usually during the day, you'll see this park get really packed, especially on First Fridays. Yesterday, I saw some families there. Today, when I went back this morning, obviously, nobody was there, just the snow, and you can really see the difference with the trees sagging with that weight of the snow. And then the third park I visited yesterday and today was La Raza Park. I went a few miles east on 38th. And of course, this park is very central to Chicano history in Denver. And that, of course, has that famous pyramid structure in the center. This park, like the others, just weighted down with snow. You can certainly see the difference. So, and not only is it visually different, but when you go to these parks, you can actually hear it too. The snow really does something to the environment where it really mutes the sound of things, and it brings this stillness and this quietness. So that was my day yesterday and my day today. So we'll see how it looks as things move along here in Denver.
Not bad work if you can get it, I would say.
Yeah, not a bad. I'm not complaining about today's assignment.
If you live near a park, it's a good thing. It's funny, literally driving by Washington Park after a shoot on Monday, and it was packed at 5 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. I was like, that's what people do at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, and it'll be packed. I guarantee. I mean, we know how people do it here in Denver. Once that sun comes out, people are going to flood that park. It's like an anthill, right? All of a sudden, people
like
just crawl out of the anthill when the sun comes out, and people just love their parks. We love our parks. So.
Yeah.
But I did see one guy actually running today. I couldn't catch up to him. I saw one guy actually out running. So. People still got to get their run in.
I was sure on the way in this morning that I was going to see folks in the park, but kind of looped around City Park on the way in. They hadn't yet cleared the sidewalks at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, so nobody was running there. They were actively clearing Cheeseman in the city, and I thought the exact same thing as you did, Jeremy, that there's going to be 1 million people on these trails by 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning just simply because they're cleared, and people will do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They slept in a little.
Yeah, right now, I guarantee you this afternoon, though, I bet you if we go out, we'll find somebody out there getting their workout in.
You bet.
We'll see.
All right. Jeremy Hohola, clear the roof while you're up there, if you would, please. We'd appreciate it. Yep. Thank you, sir.
Take care of it. Yep.
Yeah. So up in the foothills, that is where this has been an event. I mean, a true event. I'm going to pull the totals. So again, spotters saying 3 feet in Aspen Park near Evergreen and Conifer. 32 inches of snow in Evergreen, 33 in Ward, 31 inches in Nederland. Could that be true? Tavish Johnson lives up there, is joining us now on the phone to talk about what Ned has seen. Hey, thank you for your time. Is that for real, 31 inches?
You know what? I measured 32 on my little iPhone measuring tool, but it keeps coming. That's one of the things I'm looking out the window right now, and it hasn't stopped yet.
So, Tavish, how long have you lived there? And for anyone that's never been to Nederland, tell us about Nederland.
Right. We moved up last May, but, I'm actually a Canadian, so I'm used to snow, but this is a little much. One thing I saw that was a little interesting this morning, though, looking out my window, is a bunch of cars trying to come up Boulder Creek Canyon, trying to get up to Eldora. So I was rolling my eyes at that a little bit.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't think it's the day to be trekking up to the ski hill, so...
Yeah, Eldora's closed for the day. They've told folks it's a no-go zone. So it's interesting to watch how towns that are used to a lot of snow deal with a lot of snow when they get it. We're watching your video now of your deck, and oh man, you guys just got socked in there. What are neighbors up to? Is everybody hunkered down today? Are they making an event of it and trying to dig out a path and get together? What's going on?
You know what? I haven't seen a single person out on the street. I know one of our neighbors has a plow. I think this is probably the final business case for me to get either an ATV or a plow up here as well. So I'm going to have to try to convince the wife on that after this done.
And you have a white dog. You got to keep that dog on a leash, otherwise you're going to lose that dog.
Yeah, well, that was part of why we put the leash on him, is because we knew it was so deep that he was going to he had to roll down a hill and get buried, and I didn't want to chase after him. But he's enjoying it. We did clear a little path just kind of trudging through the yard, and now we can at least do a little lap down there.
So if you've got more snow coming, which we think you do, is there any point that this goes from an amusement to a concern, or is it just the thought as well, snow is snow and the house is built to handle it, so it's no big deal?
You know what? I think whenever there was a big one earlier this year, nothing like this. The first day is always a bit of a novelty. One of the things that happens up here and got me last time is the wind and then the snow drifts, right? Mm-hmm. So once you finally clear your driveway out and you're trying to get down the road, there's 4 or 5 foot snow drifts that all of a sudden you're in a ditch. So that's where the concern really comes in. And then, of course, if it melts and then turns into ice, eventually that's always dangerous. So it's fun for now. It's a novelty, but I understand how serious it is.
Yeah.
Well, hey, we appreciate the perspective. We appreciate the pictures. And I'll be honest with you, man, it really it beats the heck out of us trying to get somebody up the hill to Nederland ourselves. So we're going to take your word for it and keep us updated with some fresh videos or photos, especially if you guys get a ton more snow. That's wild. Tavis Johnson, thank you for your time. Canadian living in Netherlands.
That's what I loved.
Great attitude.
When he's even a little impressed, that says something.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, they didn't get 32 inches of snow in Centennial, but they got enough to really feel it down there in the southern suburbs. Suburban Steve, as we call him around here, who has embraced all aspects of the suburban life.
Yeah.
This man was so excited when he recently bought a home and got out of the townhome because he was excited to shovel his neighbors' walks and driveways. One, because that's the kind of man Steve Steger is. And two, because you essentially are like the mascot of suburban life. You just embrace it wholeheartedly.
And the mascot of, pedestrian accessibility, right? People need to walk, people need to get on sidewalks, so maybe it's time to tell people to get outside and shovel your sidewalks. So we're a little bit further to the west in Centennial right now. We're just off of Arapahoe Road, getting close to Broadway. And this Honda Fit was hanging out in the middle of the road. The poor woman who was trying to get out of the driveway and just kind of move the car. We dug her out a few minutes ago. We were able to get her back into the driveway so she's not just hanging out in the middle of the road. But she's in from California helping some friends here. Drove in not too long ago. Maybe not the car for a storm like this. But I want to show you part of the reason why we're having so many problems. I think I showed you this a little bit earlier, but look at this layer in the gutter here of slush. I mean, this is, it's heavy, it's wet, and you imagine that that's doing all sorts of damage all over town. We've seen, that was pretty. We have seen just tree limbs down and then causing problems in different neighborhoods. We know that there are people on the other side of Arapahoe Road here who don't have power right now. And if you look at Excel's outage map, there's a little symbol of a crew working, and we've been looking for them, and we haven't been able to find them. So we're working on it. We're trying to see if we can find them. But for now, a lot of people in this neighborhood are having issues. Guys, I'm getting a little bit of mixed stuff in there. So I'm going to move away from Tommy because I think I think Tom's phone is causing problems here, but take a look. That much slush causing problems down here in Centennial. If you have a neighbor, by the way, who needs some work done for them, you need a tree cleared off, I am happy to help out. Hit me up on Twitter. No one's taken me up on the offer yet. I want to go and knock some snow off of trees. I want to go shovel somebody's driveway who needs that help down here in the South Metro area. We're happy to do so, so let me know.
That's why we call you Steve on our side.
Steve on our side, yeah.
And he's got the hockey stick. He's with Tom Cole, a hockey guy. He might have a hockey stick with him. They might be able to knock
I've lost
off.
connection to you. I don't know if you're still talking to me. I'm going to try to call back in.
Oh, you're good. Here, let's get Steve off TV before something bad happens. There we go.
There you go.
All right, there we go. Steve Steger doing good work for his community. Tom Cole trying to unfog the camera lens, as you saw with the cloth there. They've been out in it for a while, and I'm glad that Steve got out of his cul-de-sac. For a while, we had a few harrowing hours this morning on 9
when he was just
with
getting
Steve trapped
out of the
in his cul-de-sac. Because again, cul-de-sac, there's only one way out. So I'm sure that was terrifying.
Yeah. It was big.
Man trapped in cul-de-sac. Local man trapped in cul-de-sac. But yeah, listen, this is what we like, right? If everybody's got a good attitude about things and people are making good decisions so that nobody's out there getting hurt, then we don't have to talk about people getting hurt and disasters happening or whatever else. It's just kind of a situation that we're all trying to manage together.
We know there are more Steves out there helping each other. I mean, it's so great to see neighbors doing that, saying, wait, I know the guy next door, it's not good for them to get outside. I'll do it.
Yeah, and do check your trees. If you haven't checked the trees, I'm guessing you've checked the trees. If you're up and around, way more of a tree impact than I expected from this storm.
I know. I was like, oh, well, they're not leafed out. It's not going to be a big deal.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Yeah, that cement snow that's just like sticking to trees is causing all kinds of problems.